Producer Roberto in the hizzy. So we should start with our clapping. We're here, guys. We're making hand movements.
Ephemeral stillness.
And we're going to start by warming up with some comedian videos that we're going to see. And you guys, if you're there, you can tell us if you think I should reject or accept each comic. I'm hitting Shift S and it's not happening.
Do you want to know more?
I did screen share before.
I feel like we're in a...
Remember, it's Shift S. Why isn't it working now?
I think you're right. You had already done it, so now it's...
I ended it.
It's
not on it.
You redundant it.
There it is. Screen share. Okay.
Nice.
There we go. Let's watch Nate. And we're going to have to make sure it's on the also share audio or something.
Am I allowed to talk at all while this is going on?
Well, we can make comments, but let's not talk over it through it, right?
Right. Yeah.
When I was 1 week old, never met my birth parents. I've learned the hard way you have to be careful who you share that information with, because they'll use it against you in ways you wouldn't expect. Back in my 20s, I was out at a bar making out with an older woman. My buddy Connor comes up and whispers in my ear.
Can you hear it, Roberto?
Please keep in mind that could be your real mom. And then scurried up. And now, you have to understand, this was before Game of Thrones taught us all that incest was kind of sexy and cool. So,
what was Pornhub?
So I panicked a little bit, and I said to her, look, before we go any further, I have to ask you a really important question. Did you abandon a small child on October 29th, 1977? She said no and got so mad. So the search for my elusive birth mother continues. I don't know if any of you guys have kids, but it's a terrifying time to send your kids to school. You never know if they're going to come home safe or if some lunatic is going to go on a rampage.
No, it was one laugher.
When I was growing up, the teachers did not teach us that America was inherently racist. Instead, they just demonstrated it.
That's fucking great.
But seriously,
I love that.
Racism is almost always wrong. You guys seem like you're a little too curious to find out what the exceptions are. Like I'm about to tell you that the first Wednesday of every leap year, white people are allowed to use the N-word. But I don't care what your racist uncle told you, leap year Wednesday is not a real thing. So even though I'm white, I face more discrimination in the job market than any minority. Did you know you are 27 times less likely to get a job offer if you're a person like me who still uses a Yahoo email address? Everyone knows you're super old when you do that. One of my young coworkers the other day said, Nate, I bet when you were my age, you were pretty good looking. Which is a little bit like going up to someone with Alzheimer's saying, I bet when you were my age, you're pretty good at remembering stuff. Not anymore, obviously, old timer. It's depressing. So I've never killed myself, but I was visiting my.
I think this guy's in.
I was visiting my family, and
I wish someone would tell us if they could hear the sound and if it was all good.
And it is amazing the things you can block out from your childhood. Because before reading that note, I had completely forgotten that I used to know how to write in cursive. What a useless skill that turned out to be, right, other old people?
Right, other old people?
I miss being young. So back in college, I had this drinking buddy who was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. It's a type of brain damage you get when your mom drinks too much when she's pregnant. I learned a lot from hanging out with this guy. Most importantly, I learned that I did not go to a very good college. Our average SAT scores were pretty mediocre. The average blood alcohol content of our mothers was elite. Now, before you blame the mom, she lived in one of these conservative states where they considered fetuses people. So every time she went to a comedy club like this with a 2-drink minimum, they made her drink 4 drinks. But don't worry, they don't do that here. If you're pregnant, you just have to order an item off the fetus menu. I'd recommend the nachos. So look, I do not think kids should watch porn. Now look, I can tell you disagree with me, sir, but let me at least make my case here. I don't think kids should watch porn because it creates very unrealistic expectations for what life is going to be like if your parents get divorced and you get a step family. That joke is great for fleshing out who here watches porn. So everyone in porn has a hot stepsister or stepmom that wants to have sex with them. And the most unrealistic part is the dad never comes home early. And it's like, we need to have a family meeting immediately. This is not at all what I pictured when I divorced your mom and married this lady. So a few of you seem like you liked ass-eating jokes when the last comic told one. So I was watching TikTok recently, and this guy was going up to people asking them, would you prefer eating someone's ass or having them eat your ass? And I was like, what an incomplete hypothetical. Like, don't you need to know whose ass we're talking about? Is this Dua Lipa fresh out of the shower? Is this Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson after finishing 3 sets of squats? Because I don't know about you, sir, but I desperately want to smell what The Rock is cooking. Good luck getting that image out of your head tonight. So, want to close by complaining about Fox News. There was this guy who got killed on the subway, strangled to death earlier this year. I don't know if you guys saw that. And on CNN, they humanized him. They showed pictures of him as a Michael Jackson impersonator and with his family. On Fox News, they tried to demonize him. Talked about the fact he'd been arrested 40-something times, including trying to kidnap a small child, to make it seem like he deserved to get killed. But if that you ask me, Fox News, the fact that this guy tried to kidnap a small child just shows that he took his Michael Jackson impersonating very, very seriously. Thanks, everyone.
All right, he's in. He is in. He is in. Let me end that one. So now I gotta go shift us. What'd you guys think? Did you see it? Did it work? We'll never know.
He had a couple pretty funny jokes.
All right, so Nate is in. We have a few more. So let's
Congratulations, Nate.
Nate, you're going to be in our Hudson Valley Comedy Festival. We're making sure that that's turned on. Let's go to Stephen Brown at Funny Bone. I like Funny Bone.
Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate you. My name is Stephen Brown. I'm the youngest of 4 kids. So it's nice to know that I was my parents' final straw for procreation. It's a great way to start your life, you know? I am a big dude, like Heathen said. Thanks, Dick. I don't think I've successfully jumped since I was 11 years old. Someone asked me recently, like, hey, Steve, what would your spirit animal be? I'm like, well, clearly it's Panda Express, you know? Like, if I was running for office, it'd be for Speaker of the Waffle House, you know? But it's not my fault. I'm passing the blame to my father. We're not close, but the older I get, the more I realize I'm like him. Like, we don't text a lot. He's texted me 3 times in 5 years. Twice was to tell me where he was sitting in a restaurant. And the 3rd time was at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday saying, hey, Steve, the McRib is back. Love, Dad. And that was the first time he told me he loved me since high school. Are married, swipe left. If you have a beard and a motorcycle, swipe right. If you're Stephen Brown, just fucking give up, you know? But the one thing I always see that always makes me laugh is my kids always come first. It's like, lady, I'm not here to kink shame anyone, but you're lucky if I can make you come, let alone your kids too. Yeah. And then, what are the odds they're even my type, you know? But, you know, dating is weird, attraction is weird. I've developed a crush on a woman who works at the deli by my house, and she's super cute, super sweet, super pregnant, and it just does things for me, you know? And I don't know how to try to sleep with someone when my only interaction with them is buying pounds of bologna every 2 weeks. Yeah. Like, does any deli meat scream I have erectile dysfunction louder than Wonder Bar bologna? And I shot myself in the foot the very first time because I panicked. She's like, well, how do you want it cut? Because it's a nice deli, you know? And I was like, give me them thick boys. There's no coming back from that, you know? And anyway, I shouldn't be sleeping with pregnant women. Threesomes make me very nervous. And if I want to have, you know, disappointing 2 people at once, I'll just have dinner with my folks. But I do have children. They're great. And I recently heard someone talk about their own children. They call them fuck trophies. I don't fucking like that at all. That's weird. And it's insulting, because even if we're going to allow that, how come I ended up with 3 participation awards? You know? But like they're really cool kids, and their relationships growing up with their phones is so much different than most of us growing up. You know, like we were cleaning out my mother's basement, we found an old rotary phone. And my son goes, "What's this?" I go, "Oh, it's an old phone." And he goes, "Well, how do you use it to masturbate?" I go, "Oh, buddy, you gotta take the phone cord, put it around your neck, but not too hard." He goes, "Dad, what's a phone cord?" These fuckers are never gonna have to work for it, you know? But like they're cool kids, man. They're really good about talking shit. And usually it's just like, "Dad, put a shirt on, learn to pull out," you know? But like recently my son got glasses and this kid on the bus named Tate was making fun of him, and Tate sucks. Right, this kid is gonna grow up and overdose on gas station boner pills, I guarantee it.
No.
He's the only 10-year-old that I know that I could confidently ask for a cigarette. You know, but he's giving my sweet boy shit. And Jack goes to him and goes, "Well, Tate, maybe you should get glasses and you can finally see your dad." My proudest moment as a father. You know? And now I am divorced, which I'm sure is a shock to all of you. But when my ex-wife moved out, I was going through my kids' artwork to throw it away because it's trash. And it was, I found one of their alphabet books I made. It was like, A is for apples that are yummy. B is for babies, like my little brother Oliver. And I get to D. It says D is for daddy, who loves me and plays with me. And that felt really fucking good, you know? And I keep going through and I get to M. Any guesses what he put for M? Mittens! D is for daddy, who loves me.
Like, Jared jokes while he's at it. Jared. I can see that working.
God, that one.
That would track, right?
I'll probably still accept him.
Subway Jared diet.
Probably still gonna get in, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm
can
not
be any
too
love on the
selective.
Subway Jared diet.
Oh, Subway Jared.
I'm just saying, like, as a comedian, like, if you're gonna go after yourself, I mean, that's a great comparison. I think.
That he looked like Subway Jared?
I think you'd pull it off.
All right. Let's do at least one more.
Yeah, these are fun, man.
These are so fun. I've watched so many of these. All right, let's
I like
see
this guy already.
Josh Ellman guy. Josh Ellman, I think.
I knew his name was Josh too. He looks just like a Josh I knew when I was a kid. No, that's not him.
It's the same guy. Looks like this.
All right. So you've seen a lot of gay people up tonight.
Weird.
I feel like I'm one of the more
Never mind.
obviously gay people that you meet. Like I feel like everybody who meets me immediately somehow knows that I'm gay. Work. So, you know, I was walking down the street the other day, and this crazy guy came towards me. We're talking like tinfoil hat, like curses the heavens, crazy, right? He gets to me. He stops. He looks at me dead in the eye and just goes, "Faggot." I was like, oh my God, my gayness just cured this man's schizophrenia. Like, move over, Jesus. There's a new gay Jew in town, okay? We healing the lepers next, okay?
That's funny.
But I do need to address the elephant in the room.
I like that joke.
Unfortunately, a specific kind of gay,
Like
that's
shocking.
white gay, which we all know is the worst kind of gay. Like, we're kind of like the Lena Dunham of the gay community, right? Like we used to be cool in the 2000s. Now we're just problematic and do too many podcasts. Yeah. Yeah. But as you may know, like there's many subcategories of white gay. Like if we basically take 2 attributes and make a genre. So if you're young and hairless, you're a twink. If you're fat and hairy, you're a bear. If you're messy in a bottom, you're Lindsey Graham. So there's actually a term for me too. So my 2 attributes are I'm pale and over 30, which makes me a poltergeist. Yeah. Anytime I go to like a cool Bushwick bar, all of the young people are like, "What is your unfinished business here?" I'm like, I'm crouched in a corner. I'm like, I'll leave when the bartender fucks me. Everybody is terrified. They start dousing me with gay holy water, which is what we call Tito's and soda, right? And then just like shouting Olivia Rodrigo at me to banish my soul back to Palm Springs where it belongs. Because I'm over 30, I kind of like notice like ebbs and flows in gay society, and like it's weird. There's kind of like an anti-gay backlash right now. Like we've got like don't say gay laws. Like you heard like Nikki Haley wants a national don't say gay law now, which is like, what are Republicans so worried about? Like, why are Republicans so worried to say gay? Like, oh no, if you say gay 3 times in the mirror, RuPaul appears behind you, and Glee goes back on the air. Which actually would be terrifying. So I'm Nikki 2024. No, a lot of things have changed, mostly for the better, but like, you know, like straight girls now like find gay men adorable and they treat us like pets, I feel, which is kind of annoying. Like I'll be minding my own business, you know, casually sucking dick in a park. And some straight girl come and be like, you're so cute. I am like, lady, I am not your pet. I mean, I know I'm wearing this leash, but come on. No, things have changed. This is true. Actually,
That was a
I just
good
read
joke.
that
Yeah.
more straight people are now getting diagnosed with HIV than gay people. More straight people than gay people, which is terrible, right? Because that's cultural appropriation. You can't let us have anything. What's next? You're going to get addicted to meth and poppers too? I mean, let us have one thing. Ugh. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. I do find a lot of things about gay society annoying, I have to admit. Like, I find it annoying when gay people complain about like how corporate pride has become. They're like, why does Bank of America have a float? I'm like, how about because Erica, the chatbot who works at bankofamerica.com, has treated me with more genuine respect than any gay person I've ever met. Like, Erica from bankofamerica.com has never told me I look fat in that Speedo. She's also never bullied me to tears because I forgot one Charlie XCX lyric. Like, and she's certainly never pumped me full of Molly and left me for dead in the middle of Bushwick, so I say, let them be in the parade. Then all my friends are always like, you're not getting it, you're not getting it. Like, they are just pretending to be interested in us for June and they leave in July. I'm like, okay, so basically they pretend to be interested in me for one single month and then ghost. That is the most authentic celebration of gay culture I can possibly imagine. Let them march. All right, I'm single. I feel like the best part about me being a single person is that I have a lot of sex. I feel like if I was on The Real Housewives, my tagline would be, people call me the Twin Towers, because when I go down, you never forget. Because of that, I get a lot of invitations to orgies, which sounds good, but I don't love them. They're kind of like all-you-can-eat buffets, right? They, like you can have as much as you want, but then you kind of get there and you're like, wait a second, how long has that meat been lying there? You guys have been great. I'm Josh Shelton. Thanks.
Mute us. Okay.
Basically,
So
people
he's
just
in.
make fun of themselves. Then so I would be like, hey, I have a hard time making eye contact, so
I wear sunglasses.
I wear sunglasses.
Faggot. That's really funny. I have more, but we can take a break from watching those for now
Yeah,
and move
that
on to
sounds good.
another talk. I feel like you want to talk. You want to talk.
I could talk about some stuff.
I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
look at what we said exactly, what we were gonna talk about.
Let me stick to the plan.
Yep.
Get rich or cry dying.
What does it say what we would do about it? Here, wait, nope. I just see us from what we've done so far. But all right, I know we said we were going to talk about
in the
you
live
getting
gang.
banned from TikTok Live.
Oh yeah. So first of all, you got me banned from TikTok Live.
I don't think so. I think it was when you said that you were going to stand up and you had no underwear, like you didn't have underwear on. And
No,
I was like,
I said I have underwear.
It was too, we did it. We scared them.
Yeah. Okay. So it was like she was working on her stuff on her computer, and I had my iPad going, and she was setting up her live stream, and something in the way of conversation, she was something about her OnlyFans.
OnlyFans came up.
Right. And I said, well, then we need to get something like more equipment or something to that effect. And
Yeah, we moved right on, and then
I said, I'll get it. And she goes, no, don't get up on it, because she thought I had no pants on. But I had on. I said, no, it's fine. I got underwear on. I can get up. It's like a pair of shorts, you know.
Right.
So they banned me, and it had nothing to do with flashing my bulge or discussing OnlyFans. What it had to do with was silencing me because I have figured their algorithms out, and I have the formula for how to make videos go viral, and they can't let me ruin their thing.
Don't they want you to go viral? Don't they want more people to watch?
No, they want who they want to go viral to go viral.
That's not true.
Well, you don't know TikTok then, man.
It's all about if your first like 30 people
Yeah.
are, it's like this ring, like this bullseye of
Mhm.
rings that expands outwards
Yeah.
from what I've been told. And so we'll show it to 30 people. And if those 30 people respond warmly and like those,
Yeah.
then they'll pump it to 300 people. And then
Oh.
like 1,000 people, something like that. And then
Oh,
5,000, 10,000. So that's how,
okay.
but so people have to see your stuff and respond warmly. You have to
Yeah.
like it, comment, interact, engage.
They are liking my stuff warmly, and my stuff cracks their algorithm.
It cracks it.
Yeah.
So you're Alex Jones type now.
No. Alex Jones is a terrible person. I'm a good person, but I identify with Alex Jones in that, he's misunderstood in a lot of ways. And that's all I'm going to say about Alex Jones.
So what are you gonna do now that you're banned from TikTok Live?
I'm gonna
Still
move.
are you still gonna make TikToks or?
I don't know. One has nothing to do with the other, but there's a part of me that it's just when I get pissed off at something, I tend to want to burn everything down. It's like,
I wonder if anyone can relate with that.
like James Caan in the movie Thief. Did you ever see the movie Thief by Michael Mann directed it? It's starring James Caan.
No.
It's classic, yeah. I think it's probably from like early 80s. Anyways, he's a guess what his profession is? James Caan. Title of the movie's Thief.
So he's a thief.
He's a thief, as you know. And he does this job, right? And guy doesn't want to pay him, right? He does the whole first 10 minutes of the opening, the hook of the movie. He pulls off this difficult job, and when he goes to make the switch for the jewels, the guy tries to pull a fast one, and he shows how much of a fucking badass he is, and he gets some money, and the guy doesn't ever want to fuck with him again. So we know that this guy he's got the ability to do what he wants to do, and he can back it up. But he's spent his life, underground and doesn't have any connections, and he falls in love with this woman, right? And she can't get pregnant. So one of his business connections decides he's going to try to triangulate him, right, by getting him access to things that he's always wanted but never really had access to. For example, adopting a kid, starting a legitimate business, marrying someone who doesn't have any like legal citizenship in the United States. So fixing all those problems, right? But yet now he's got a piece of them, or maybe more than a piece of them. And when he realizes this, he burns everything the fuck down. And it's cool, and it's inspiring almost. So he goes to his car dealership lot, and he lights every car there on fire and burns it down. He burns his house down. And then he takes one of his like goons, and he sends his girl and their adopted kid away, never to come back, with money and a goon to protect them. And then he goes and kills the guy that tried to like control his life, and then it's over.
He sounds like a really healthy, well-adjusted guy.
Yeah, it's a genre.
You're a genre.
Hard boiled.
You're a radical genre.
You're a radical dick genre. So tell me about these dick evaluations you're going to be doing, and how you're how you're structuring what's the format?
So
And where's it happening?
It's going to be happening here on all of our platforms, and it's called Dick Distracted. Like distracted, but Dick
Oh, so it's like
Distracted.
wordplay.
Yes. So we're allowing guys to
A little
send us
double entendre.
send us their packages, send us their pictures
Another double
to
entendre.
Distracted
Packages.
Podcast. at
Multiple pictures or
Gmail.
just one pic?
I mean, look, some guys, you ask for one, they're sending like
Well,
seven.
let's say maybe
Some are
multiple
sending a
angles
whole
of the
video.
same.
I don't need a video. We don't need a video. We don't. But you're gonna do what you want. You send us whatever you want.
All right.
And
now
we're
you've
gonna
got
do
'em.
an assessment. My friend Rosaria. We're gonna look, and we have different categories like perceived enjoyment and pleasure, appearance, including color. Is there blemishes? Is it hairy? Is it thick? Is it long?
Right.
Is swallowability? Does it
Oh,
look
yeah.
like, you
Okay, so it's got like
that.
that. It's got like that. The Cordy, right? Like, how do you get? You know what I'm saying? The Cordy.
Hmm.
You have to fucking put your dick on a windowsill and slam the fucking window down to fix that. The
The
Cordy.
Cordy. That's funny.
It's
So-
that's not funny. That's
And every
scary
week,
shit.
there'll be like the winner of the week. So we might assess like 3 to 5 cocks, right? And
Now, is it a
then
competition?
it is in a way, because it's like whoever has the highest score for the week will be like the dick winner of the week. But if anybody gets a 9.5 or higher, they're going to be entered into the DHOF. Can you guess what that is?
The DHOF.
Yeah, the DHOF.
I don't. I can't remember what the
The
dick.
Dick Hall of Fame,
Oh, yeah,
baby.
that tracks.
The
Yeah.
Dick Hall of Fame. So the 9.5 or higher.
How many categories altogether?
You're gonna throw your dick in the ring?
I don't know. I mean,
Is it a powerful feeling to you knowing that like I would have to show my friend your dick and have it and
Yeah,
assess it?
yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
you'd like that.
Well,
In a
you know
way.
what? You know, I have had body dysmorphia issues like my whole life. You know,
You're ridiculous.
and don't laugh at me. And I would be interested, but it makes me nervous because I know you're gonna be looking at a lot of other dicks, and I know you're happy with mine.
I am happy with yours.
So I don't.
But I'm going to be exploring. This is going to be a journey for me.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to go on it because we're going to be honest. We're not going to, Rosie and I both love men. We both love dicks. We have dick envy, but we love dick.
Well-
We love talking about it. Most girls are like, oh, how can you send me a dick pic? I don't really like unsolicited dick pics. It's still shocking when one pops up and you're not really ready for it.
Right.
But then after you get over that shock, I'm usually like,
So
what do we have here?
So you know how like if you take a personality test, right,
Mhm.
and then you answer all different questions, and
Mhm.
there's different types that you'll get at the end, right? The sum total of all your answers is like,
Mhm.
and there's all these different there's letters now. Like, so what are when the evaluations are done? I feel like
The dick evaluations. if you
yeah,
just
because
joined us.
if you're gonna
That's what
put
we're
your
talking
dick,
about.
if you're gonna actually put your dick out there to be evaluated, like
Mhm.
you should get feedback.
Yeah,
I
you're,
think,
you're gonna get feedback.
and maybe a call to action. So, like for example, maybe a guy scores low because he's got hairy
Right,
hairy
that's
balls,
modifiable, right?
Right.
You can change that.
I think there's always something a guy can do to make his dick healthier and look better, and that's why we're really excited about heavycock.com because I have a lot of knowledge in this area. I've done a lot of research, and maybe after this contest we can sort of get more into that.
We'll give free memberships to heavycock.com.
Yeah. So
maybe you'll get a heavycock.com buck.
you know why else?
Like Keanu does the Kiki bucks.
You know the other reason why I'm like a little nervous about this?
Why?
Because usually I have a weird looking dick.
You do?
Well, it's like I've got that like downward curve at the front, the downward bend. It's not the Cordy.
You keep saying Cordy, like it's like you got.
That's not how you say it. It's
Cordy.
I know.
You think you're so funny.
I think it's
Wrong.
hilarious.
You think you're so funny. I'm over here also on Chatterbait.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know. I think anybody that's come in has been like, okay, they're clothed. I'm not sure about this, but like, I feel like, remember I said if you already ejaculated,
Yeah.
and then we're there, like the next clickable thing, like you just are so done with like
That makes a lot
porn
of
and
sense,
everything,
yeah.
and then here's this whole
I used to watch Golden Girls.
couple, and then they watch us for a while, and then that refractory period passes, and they click away, and they go back to the whores,
Right.
to the whores.
I have a couple more questions about this this contest. If you're willing to share more information.
What would you like to know?
So are the evaluations going to be done live in real time?
They will. They most likely will. There's a possibility I might record my segment with Rosie and then like put how I screen shared the comics earlier, and then for our first one I might do that depending on. Oh, we had an error over here. Wonder what happened. So.
Well, I have one more question, and then here's the last one. So you had asked me if I would be interested in
throwing your dick in the ring.
A Coke. Well, yeah, that.
I said, do you want to throw your dick? What happened? Why does it keep going off? Over here.
Here's what I want to know. Do you want me present when the evaluation takes place?
Are you going to be present when we're looking? No, not necessarily. I think it's going to be.
I'm trying to sit there and.
Well, that's why if I streamed her and my conversation live with you, you could see us talking. You know what I mean? And it would there would still be that live element, because maybe it's only going to be a 20-minute thing, and then I put it into our longer thing.
Okay.
Which would be kind of cool, because then I can also, at least for our first one, I think.
I'm going to do
if
it.
You want
I'm doing it.
If you want a cock evaluation, if you want my
it.
friend and I to rate your dick in a very fair way to women who do love dick, send your dick pics to dickstracted@gmail.com. That's DICKSTRACTED podcast PODCAST@gmail.com.
I'm nervous, but I'm gonna do it. Can I get a high five for throwing my dick in the ring?
You're gonna throw your dick in the ring.
Yeah.
Throwing a stick in the ring. I'm gonna give you a clap for that.
Thank you.
You're gonna get a big applause. I'm gonna give you the big one.
Yay. How are you gonna be able to tell how big it is from people's dicks from a picture, though? Is there like a scalability tool?
I can tell. I mean, from what I've gotten so far, and you know what? I do, like, someone sent me a picture and I said, I needed a follow-up picture. I said, I can't really see the width so well and the length.
So you kind of do need a couple pictures, couple different angles.
Sometimes, you can get one. That's when people start sending you videos. They're like, do you need to see me come? I'm like, when?
No,
that's the fun.
It's not a distance or volume contest.
We are opening Pandora's cock box here.
I like that. That's great mythology. I mean, they were the dirtiest fuckers of all.
Pandora's cock box. I'm making a banner for Pandora's cock box.
Are you
Pandora's cock box?
Are you excited and nervous to do it?
Hi, Strawberry Land. How are you doing? Am I excited? Are you gonna put your dick in the ring? Do you have one? Trannies are welcome too. They can throw it in there. We'll do an assessment.
Sometimes they can just throw it in for good.
Oh, that's a great one. Strawberry Land laughed. He's like,
oh man, that's pretty impressive.
You like my mouth?
Yeah.
You like when my mouth is full? Because I'm not talking.
Are you gonna also have a vagina contest? I think you should.
Mm-mm.
No.
I that's not my
Kid-
department.
It'd be a kitty
That you
contest.
mean you mean
I'll do
I'm
a
not,
kitty
no, no, no,
contest.
you set me up there. I'm not gonna say, oh, you could do
Damn it.
that. No thanks. No,
I
you're
am
not
gonna do it.
allowed.
I'm doing a
No,
kitty
you already
contest.
look at porn. So that's what you've been doing.
Rarely.
You ran and you basically club cheated on me last night. Let's talk about that next.
I didn't club cheat on
You
you.
went to House of Yes.
Yeah.
And you did shrooms.
I-
And you went without me.
I love that place. I just want to say that place
I
is.
hate that place.
You're in your.
There's a bunch of faggots at that place. You have to. You can't come in here if you don't pay $40, even though there's 20 minutes.
Well, I know. I mean,
So I'm sorry. Is that hate speech?
I like the place. I have a great time when I'm there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
you probably hook up with chicks
I've never hooked up
that
with
don't really
anyone.
have dicks, and you don't even know it.
I
That's why you
know.
like going there by yourself. Yeah. See, no comment.
No, that's not why I like going there by myself.
Am I gonna find you on Hinge? I'm gonna sign up for every single dating site.
What's unhinged?
No, Hinged.
What's hinged?
Hinge.
Is it
It's a
hinge?
dating site where you hook up
Well-
with people. Yeah, Hinge. Yeah, hook up.
Are you just?
Or am I gonna find you on Grinder?
You're not gonna find me on either of those or any other ones as
Am I gonna
well.
find you on Secret Benefits?
trying to think.
You could pause there.
Well, because I had an account on there at one
Yeah,
point in time.
you've renewed that one several times.
No, I have
yeah,
not.
that's your go-to when you want to cheat on me. That's your go-to.
I don't
When
think
you're
it's real.
thinking
It's just
about it,
bo-
that's
it's all
your
bots.
when you're thinking about it, that's your fucking go-to.
It's all bots. I forgot about that one. Thanks for reminding me, by the way.
So you can go back.
No,
There
I
for
forgot about it.
Validation. How about that other one, Cassidy?
Yeah.
That swinger one. He took me to this party a couple of years ago. He's like, "Oh,
You
this
took
is
me
gonna
to
be
the
this
party.
cool swinger party." No, you
No,
took
you
me.
took
You
me.
discovered it. You sent her the woman pictures. You
Oh, I
complimented
did. Yeah, I
her
took you.
just to get in. It was all like, "I think you're so hot, my girl. My son hook up with you." Like no, I never like I read
That's
all
not
those
true.
messages and no, you did. I
No,
read your,
and it was
I read these
hyperbole.
messages and you were like talking for me as though like I was going to be into this whole threesome thing.
I think I got set up here.
with these women. Yeah, this is juicy. So we go there, and what was it like when we went there? It was like a factory in Poughkeepsie.
No, it was actually it was a really nice place. It was Union.
Really nice.
We had fun dancing.
We didn't dance.
Yes, we
sat on
did.
the couch.
No, we went
While a
in.
couple like slowly inched closer and closer.
Yeah,
to
that
us,
was like
and I inched away.
yeah. Well, you know,
That's what happened.
you've never actually been in a sex club.
Your mom's never been. What do you mean I've never been in a sex club? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just want to say.
I've had to do all these things for you.
What to help me into my journey of self-discovery?
No, because you're a fucking dick. You talk me into these things. Like I'll be happy when I'm like, oh, I'll be happy if I go.
No,
Some
no,
stupid
no. I
fucking
got a bucket
naked
list, and I just
Okay, well, they're all checked off now, so you don't need to keep going back to House of Yes, right? You checked that.
no. I just like going
Keep
there.
checking it off the bucket list.
No. Every time you go there, the experience is different. So you can't. There's no. Like I did karaoke last night, for example, and I've never done that there before. Although I would, that was not a good experience.
Why?
It just got ruined. It got ruined by this guy's girlfriend who. Well, here's what I'll say. I didn't want to do karaoke to begin with, but like
Mhm.
I started thinking about this movie, Can't Hardly Wait, starring Tobey Maguire. You know that movie? Tobey Maguire. Can't Hardly Wait. He's like some doormat who falls in love with
This is the part where you like somebody was pressuring you and you were hanging out with people, but you don't want me to know, so you're just like saying it was like your own private thought, but someone was probably pushing you into karaoke
asshole. No.
because I'm hitting it up right on the fucking.
No, you're
balls
not.
of it.
No, you're
You were
not.
Like,
I was
you
all-
became best friends with all these fucking Jews, and
Wow.
the Long Island soccer mom ruined your karaoke experience, and you were like, "This is why I don't like having new friends," but the shrooms made me do it.
All right. You
You're
just
Jewish now, right?
that's right.
Shalom.
You just hijacked that one.
I needed to. I had to.
Okay.
I had to do it
Next topic.
because I think you hung out with people.
I didn't. And
Do you guys believe him? Why should I believe you?
because I've never done that ever. I've never.
gone and hung out with random strangers.
No, dude, I don't talk to anybody. Who do I talk to?
Everyone. I go out with you places and I'm like, oh, here we go again. He's gonna ask about the clover, or he's gonna like you see people and you have your
Okay,
talking point.
this is getting really. This is becoming an onslaught here.
Because I'm hitting fucking the truth. You get all talkative and you're
Uh-huh.
all out there. You're by yourself, so you're like, oh, I get to be whoever I want now.
I do not hook up with people. I
I
do
didn't
not
say you
meet up.
hooked up.
I
I'm
didn't.
saying-
I didn't
I'm
hang out with
saying that
anybody.
you were hanging out with people.
No,
And I think they were Jewish because you were in Brooklyn.
I think they were from Long Island.
I don't know. Oh, don't you love Long Island? So we talked about Distracted. We talked about you going to the House of Yes secretly and doing
You talked about it.
shrooms. We talked about Jewish people. We talked about,
You talked about
we
Jewish
talked
people.
about gay people.
You talked about gay people.
So you didn't talk the whole time when we watch back. We're gonna see that you
No,
say
no, I
nothing.
said lots of things, just not about those particular topics. That's all you.
So I'm staying on topic of what we said we were going to talk about.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
I think you did talk about it though.
Talk about what?
All of those things. What does your shirt say?
Oh, this is we got a little.
What does this shirt say?
It says women don't owe you shit, and I really believe that to be true. I'm a big fan of women, and women's rights, women's health, women's suffrage.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of all those things. Women's lib.
You're not a fan of any of those things. I think you think every woman does owe you something.
I took a feminism course when I was at Hunter College. I'll have you know.
And that was when you realized that women do owe you something. Right?
You know what? No, that's when I declared that I was a feminist.
You declared it?
Yeah.
Did they do declarations?
No, we
Did
had to
you-
write
'cause
them in our
that's something
journals.
That's something a fucking feminist class would do. Would be like, I declare I'm a feminist.
What you're seeing today, folks, is very docile, gentle me.
Right, because you ran away and were mean to me yesterday, so I have a little bit of room to
No.
play with. No.
No.
No. I think
No, it's because I want to get laid after this. That's why I'm letting this happen.
you're not really letting anything happen except for me joke around just a little bit.
It's a joke. We're just joking.
It's just joking. Plus, you have your sunglasses on, so like, what kind of? How are you vulnerable in any way, shape, or form? You know?
What's the light say? I have sensory issues, folks.
You're 134 or whatever. It is
I'm one
now.
of. Hey, can we
It's
do a
pretty much
screen?
everybody, so I
Can we
think
do a
normal
screen
people-
share of my my story about Daryl?
Yeah, we could have if you had said that and I had it up and ready to queued up.
Well, I'm just saying.
Ready to
It's
go.
I'm maybe on the fly. We could do it.
How would we do that?
We go to YouTube.
Well, I don't
or
want
I
to go
said-
off of this. Is I
Right.
would want to do Command S, but if you want to, is your phone reachable without you getting off camera?
It's in the other room. I don't think I can reach it.
Why don't you just retell the story now?
I don't have the energy to do it. And it's you know what? It's got a different voice and it works.
It does have a different voice.
And that's really what I wanted. I
But
wanted.
you have such a great voice.
I do, but the sound was fucked up on it when I did the recording of
Oh,
it.
that's why you did that. I was
And-
wondering. I was like, why would he do it?
No,
on
it
the
was
voice?
I loved my I did it in one take and I thought I did a great job, but it was all fucking choppy. And when I put the voice effect on it, it made it sound like you can actually hear it and understand it. I'm like, all right, I'm not losing this fucking take because it was a really good one. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
So if you go to
I
Genre
want to
Hacker,
tell the people on Chatterbait to follow me on OnlyFans.
I think I do.
I took it. Oh, that's one of the things we didn't talk about. So I had just joined OnlyFans this week, and then Kate Meany ruined it for me.
She
scared
sounds
me
mean.
because she went after Keanu, threatening Keanu Thompson that she was going to take her pictures from OnlyFans and revenge porn her
Right.
if she being Keanu, didn't take down Kate's
Right.
episode.
Why
She
wouldn't
said
you just
some stuff-
take them from Google?
She said some, but theirs are not on Google.
Oh, yeah?
OnlyFans is copyrighted, protected.
You think she'd be the first person to fucking hijack her pictures? Everyone hijacks
Well, okay,
everyone's
so that's
pictures.
the right. That's the thing, but it's illegal, especially if your intent is revenge and to harm the
Oh yeah,
person. in
no,
the
I'm not.
state of
I'm
New
not.
York.
I'm not
And if she
disputing
did-
that.
I mean, and just because everyone does it, that's like people are like, oh, what'd you know? You didn't think so. That's what's made me scared. Is everyone's attitude of like, well, if you were posting it, it's free for everyone to see. I'm like, no, it's actually supposed to be for people who pay and follow the rules of it. But anyway, so I have one, but it's for comedy.
I had
I have
someone
my
post
clothes on, but
revenge porn video on me.
maybe I don't. But we're gonna go with that. I do have my clothes on. I'm very professional on it, so no one will revenge pee me. Won't be having
I'm gonna revenge pee you tonight. Maybe.
I do need some content. We need to content create.
Okay.
I'm gonna clap for us again because we've made it 45 minutes, and now it's time for the best part of the show.
Which part's
We
that?
have a segment that we're gonna do,
Okay.
and I like how you're. I have a story to tell. I'm just winging it.
Oh, so I was rolling. You got me really excited.
I was using sizzle words that I learned. Like if you,
Oh.
people listen, if you say, "I have a story to tell," but you should actually have a story
Probably should have cut to my video.
to tell. Yeah, we could have. If you smoked a little bit last week,
I wouldn't be as funny.
I need some Mary Jane.
How many of you at home think she's jerking me off under the table? It's impossible to tell, right? Well, now you can tell
Except
because
when
her
I have
hands.
2 hands.
Right then, well, that you don't know how many hands she has for real.
If I go off of this, what happens?
Nothing.
No, this is offline. It doesn't tell me if anybody's there.
Oh.
Okay. So
So what,
this next segment is going to be what do we want this next segment to be, Jonathan?
wait, we don't have it mapped out.
Well, we have another segment that we could do, and you wanted some creative control. So I came up with all the other segments. I thought maybe you had something in your head.
Well, yeah, the segment I had in my head, you fucking hijacked.
Hijack anything.
And then the other segment I had in my head
Where's
was
your YouTube thing?
it's on my YouTube channel.
So how do I get to that? Here, you type it in.
Okay,
You type it in.
YouTube.com.
Oh
Enter.
no, you have to keep the laptop.
You
going.
fucking don't. You
Let's see. Oh, shit. All right.
sure you want me doing this?
This is us.
How are you?
That's
That
funny.
is so meta.
That is
Wait, who is
meta.
that next to me?
It's me and you.
Oh, it's you. Who didn't look like you?
Okay, so what are you gonna do? What's the search for Rollerman genre?
Yeah, genre hacker.
Genre hacker. This is hacking. We're hacking it. We're doing it. We're learning. This is only our 5th
Oh,
time
man.
here. And Mr. Beast, I was watching Mr. Beast.
I'm gonna go
today,
roller, man.
and he
Sorry.
said that
He's
you
a nice
gotta
guy.
just keep.
Just keep doing it. You just gotta keep doing
You
it.
can just type without.
Don't
pushing the
hit me.
laptop, okay. I think you can do that.
ROLLERMAN. I think it was teacher stops kid from butt fucking other students. You know, I'm really frustrated right now.
All right.
Why am I not able to find my fucking?
That was why we would have had it queued on up.
I'm surprised you don't have it queued up. I mean,
Why would I have it queued up, babe?
because you love
I
me.
did. I queued up all the comedians that sent me videos, and I was doing it anxiously while you were smoking joints, and I was
All
saying,
right.
"Hey, let's."
What if I send it
Get
to
us
you?
all
What if I
set
send
up.
it to you from my phone?
Right, but your phone, you said, was in the other
I'm
room.
not allowed to leave for a
Was in the
second.
room- was in the other room. What email did you send it to, or did you text it to me? Did you
I
ever
sent it to
email
you.
to
I
me?
texted it to you.
You texted it to me. You
Yeah.
didn't email it to me.
It's down there at the bottom.
What if I put in your name? Is your name connected to it?
It's very possible. It may or may
We
not
won't
be.
say your name. 'Cause we don't want to-
Jonathan Van Moss. We found it.
Oh,
That's not me.
any of this you?
Oh, No.
Well, now you know how easy you are to find. So this was fun to find out where.
You don't think it would
How
be
long
down
is-
in
how
your?
long
Are
is
you
it-
afraid to pull up like who pops up in your messages? Is that why you're not going there?
What? No, not at all. I just don't think it's from the 13th. It's not current.
You deleted a
Nice
bunch.
try though. No, I just don't want it coming through my computer.
Oh, I hear irritation in your voice. You've been one little like quippy little fucking thing, and you're fucking gonna come at me like.
I don't know if I would call that coming at you, but
What is your
how long
definite
is your
irritation?
video?
It doesn't matter. I
I
want
wanna
to
know. How
6
long?
minutes.
It's a 6 minute video. Can you I would prefer if everybody saw your first one, the best one, if you're gonna go get your phone, the one that's like the Uber driver, just to set you up and have a good reputation as this great storyteller, because that one is so funny.
Which one do you want?
The very first one, the one that was like the Uber driver, OG original Uber driver.
I've done 3 though. Are you sure
The first one, the one where it was like you first had this Uber driver.
it's my voice?
Huh?
It's my voice.
Yes, and it's in your voice.
Let's see my sweetheart.
Yes, I'm gonna see your sweetheart MJ. What's that? Oh, did you go for it?
This is it right here.
You got it. Yeah, you got it. But now you got to send it to my email. This one. I'm not gonna say it, but that email.
Stop moving the goddamn thing.
Showing you my name on it. That's why I was moving it so you could see who it was.
Of course I'm sending it to that person, but which one of those?
The one that's that name. The other one is my Mary Jane, and the other one's Hudson Valley Comedy. So that one. It's at me.com.
Okay.
If you're wondering. We're here, we're podcasting live. I thought maybe I'll go over to this OnlyFans live thing, see what's up over here. But I'm gonna get off. This was just a test for OnlyFans. End stream.
All right, so you got it.
See, send it to me.
I think so.
See, but nice. Do you see like why it's so good to be like have everything
Yeah.
primed and propped
No, of course I know.
rather than spending
3 o'clock in the morning.
your mom's 3 o'clock.
We didn't
Yeah,
have-
so we were prepping for this all
We
day.
didn't have
and
a
all
production
night.
meeting.
So
Okay.
right, you didn't share. Hey, no, we did because I said, hey, you want to talk about this? You like this list?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I knew exactly what you mean.
That's when it would have been a great time to say, hey. You send it's not coming through yet. Just so you know.
Uh,
You send it to the one that's at me.com.
just put your name at me.com. I don't really think you gave me a very clear direction. Why don't you type it? Christ.
That was showing you that to say.
You're
I didn't
Jesus
want to
Christ.
say the actual thing. There are some things I want to keep private for a reason. A very good reason.
Okay. There's the first one.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here it is. Jesus Christ. This is my favorite one though, so hopefully it's gonna lighten my mood. Oh, I should turn that off. Doing it over here. I'm gonna kill you. Okay. This is annoying me. Okay, we're gonna turn this back. Pause it. We're gonna go back to here. Shift S. We just had it up. What was it? You just literally watched me. There it is. Here it is. No, hold on. It's not sharing the right one. This is why we're going on at this time of night. So no one's really watching and we can just keep learning.
We're learning.
So now I don't know which one to click because it was
So
not
Uber
the
safest
one.
driver twin brother one.
Where's that?
The top one.
There we go. Isn't it? Okay. One more try, guys. Here we go.
I got picked up by my Uber driver and I was on my way to the train station. I was excited. I was going to see MJ, my true love. The driver volunteered to me that he was having an exceptionally good day. In fact, he'd just gotten recognized at some other driving job of his for a lifelong safety record or something to that effect. He was really proud of it. I thought to myself, I'm not that safe of a driver, and I've got quite a few tickets in my life. Maybe I should watch his style. Perhaps I can learn something. Keep the roads a little safer. But as I paid attention to his safe driving style, I noticed it was a little unorthodox. In fact, he usually elected to not even look at the road. He'd read some documents. He'd glance around from time to time, flip the page. We got there safely. World's safest Uber driver.
Follow Roller Man, genre hacker. However you find him, it was hard for us to find him, but
I told you they're trying to silence me. I said at the beginning, I'm not Alex Jones, but I'm not him either.
well, this has been fun. I think we talked about all our stuff. Is there anything you want to say before we go? Any stories? Anything?
Well, I did send you the other one that I wanted to play.
Right, so we'll save that for next time. I'm not spending another 20 minutes to look.
It's right there. It's literally right there. All you have to do is click on it.
Okay. So we said that was going to be it, and that was going to be at the end, but it's not, because you like to plan when we're here,
Well, I want to hit an hour.
right? Because we're going to get all those rewards for hitting an hour, right?
I think we might.
The video may be
It
inappropriate.
might be.
For some users. Okay, so one more screen share, everybody. All right, which one is it?
That's yeah, that one.
This one?
Yep.
Tricks are real, but they can only be used against middle schoolers. I know this because I used to be a middle school teacher. I used to do lunch duty, which also meant I had to do recess duty. And there was a kid drove everyone fucking crazy. And when I say everyone hated this kid, everyone fucking hated this kid. And I never say things like that. And you'll understand why by the end of the story. So, let's call this kid Daryl. That's not his name, but we're going to call him Daryl. Daryl was playing basketball one day. And Daryl's idea of playing basketball is to grab his nuts with both hands and run around the court, butt fucking all the other players. Pantomiming, butt fucking. And I kept asking Daryl to stop doing that. But Daryl has an individualized education plan, which allows him to run around grabbing his genitals and butt fucking whatever he wants. True story. So I asked Daryl, well, I should say, I attempted to redirect Daryl and said, Daryl, you have to stop grabbing your genitals and butt fuck. I didn't say butt fuck. And bumping into all the other basketball players. And he would stop for a few seconds. But he just couldn't contain himself. And so it got to the point where he was squeezing his balls so hard that he butt fucked a kid right into the pole, and the kid almost knocked himself out. Now I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to lose my fucking job over this shit. this goddamn nut grabbing butt fucking weirdo. So I looked at him and I said, Daryl, stop grabbing your fucking balls. Go to the fucking baseline and sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Do I look like I'm fucking around to you? And guess what? Daryl walked over to the baseline, and the 15 other kids who happened to be standing on the basketball court who witnessed this watched him do it with their mouths on the floor. And this is where the Jedi mind trick comes in. I took a long walk around the court and circled behind all the players till I got to Daryl. And during that lap, I had come up with a plan to save my job. So I walked over to Daryl and I said, hey, pal, I know you like to grab your nuts and butt fuck people. I get it. But not everybody wants to be butt fucked. Do you understand that? And when I talked to him like that, it seemed to sink in. He seemed to get it. And he looked at me. He said, you know what, Mr. Van Buren? I do get it. It's wrong to just butt fuck people that don't want to be butt fucked. I'm going to stop. And I said, Daryl, I'm willing to forget that this ever happened if you are. Are you willing to do that? And he said, yes, Mr. Van Buren. I said, do you want to go back and play? And he said, yes. I said, do you want to go butt fuck people on the court? He said, yes. I said, do it in a controlled manner. And he promised me he would. And he did. But that's not the end of the story. Because Daryl was one smart cookie. As a teacher, I also had the responsibility at times to cover other classes. And Jay went out. One day, I had to cover a class that Daryl was in. It was a music class. And the teacher, I believe, was out like 97 days out of our 183-day calendar. It was his or her last year, and the lesson plan that he or she would leave was the Cosby Show. And it was like season 3 of the Cosby Show. And by like April, the kids had seen this every episode like 15 times. So they wouldn't pay attention. And they were getting a little crazy. And at that time, I had a very bad drinking problem. So I was fucking hungover like a motherfucker. Long story short, too late, Daryl saw me rubbing my temples and could tell that I was in pain. And he got up on his chair. He said, hey, everyone, sit down and shut the fuck up. Mr. Van Buren ain't fucking around. And he looked over to me and he gave me a thumbs up. And then he went, good old Daryl. You know what? Not everyone hated him. I fucking like that kid.
Oh, sorry.
Are you glad we got to?
Yeah, it makes me feel
Yeah,
good.
everyone got to hear that.
Yeah,
I'm glad too. It was a very funny story.
thank you.
I love that. The first time I heard that story, I laughed really
Oh,
hard.
you actually heard it?
You told me that story a couple years ago.
That's right. I did say that.
Yeah, I mean, you changed his name for privacy's sake,
Yeah.
but this was our Saturday into Sunday night. Fun, amazing podcast. Sometimes it'll happen maybe from the rink. We were a little cold over there.
Covered a lot of ground.
We made it through our bullet points of things that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Some of them probably very offensive, but that's life.
I feel good about what we did here today.
I feel good about what we did here today. I
Yeah.
think that we made a lot of people smile and get rich or cry dying. You know, that's our motto.
And if you can't do that,
Go on OnlyFans.
there
If
you go.
can't do that,
Cash at me some money.
and if you can't do that,
Ain't got nothing
come
for
to
you.
a comedy show.
There you
And
go.
if you can't come to a comedy show, suck someone's dick because their dick needs it. And send your dick pics to distractedpodcast@gmail.com. Peace, guys. We're going to do a clapping for ourselves. Another successful podcast.